In this video, we're going to be talking about one of the most slept on strategies when it comes to lead generation in real estate, and that is creating map videos. So in this video, I'm going to do a full breakdown and tutorial of not only what these map videos are, but 2, why they work so well. 3, what kind of software do you use to record them? What kind of camera equipment? 4, what to say in these map videos. And number 5, we're also going to discuss how do you title these videos. Now, before I jump into this, I need to show you why we're going to be talking about this strategy. This is a map video that I did just about a month and a half ago, and it's about the keywords of Katy, Texas. And actually, if we go right here and we use TubeBuddy, we can go to Keyword Explorer. You can type in Katy, Texas right here. And you're going to see that even just this suburb outside of Houston, Texas gets 428,000 searches every single month. So owning these keywords is very important. And as you can see, these map videos do better than any other video out there, and nobody does them anymore. So I do one every week. If you have TubeBuddy plugged into your computer, you can see here, this shows for the keywords, where does this video rank? And these are incredible to see how many green bubbles we have. First of all, the title ranks. This may indeed turn into its own keyword and search here soon. But the important part, 428,000 searches a month, we own the top spot. And this video, again, is only about 45 to 60 days old. Moving to Katy, Texas, living in Katy, Texas, living in Katy TX, Katy TX, moving to Katy TX. You guys get the point. I've got multiple of these videos. In fact, this is a strategy that I created almost 6 years ago, and I stopped doing it for about 4 years, and now I'm all in. So these are incredible ways that you can accelerate your YouTube channel, get a ton of leads, and the best part, these are actually a fan favorite. For people moving and relocating, your future clients, this is what they say they love the most. So in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do this. But before we get to that, my name is Jackson Wilkie with the Channel Junkies. For over 7 years, I have documented on this YouTube channel exactly how to grow a real estate YouTube channel. We tell you up-to-date strategies, what works and what doesn't. It's all on this YouTube channel. So if you like that kind of content and you want to grow your business with video, with 24/7 lead generation, then I would definitely consider subscribing. Now let's get into number 1. What are map videos? Map videos are something that I started about 6 or 7 years ago. You have the ability to show and break down different areas of your city, of these suburbs. And these are actually, like I've proven, keywords that get searched thousands of times a month. And I even target some cities that get searched only 1,000 times a month or 3,000 times a month. And sometimes that data can be lagging. So you may have a hot new up and coming area in your suburbs or in your metro that you work, and you're going to get the early head start to that. So a map video is simply this, guys. I love to just go to Google. I select the entire city. I click on the map, and then from here, I open in Maps. Yes, this is about as simple as it gets, and I will explain how to record this effectively here soon. But what I like to do, first of all, is get to the layers here, and this is actually a map that I can click and drag around. I can zoom out if I need to. I can zoom in, and today we were talking about Katy, Texas. The beautiful part about how I teach these map videos, especially to our elite students, is that we can break this down with the layers tab, and it's basically like vlogging. Now, the cool part about map videos is out of thousands and thousands of videos that I have shot on YouTube, these videos hands down get the longest average view durations. And what does that mean? That means people watch these videos longer than any other video that we shoot because of the way that we make these maps interactive. We're in and out of the map. It's like vlogging. And it also allows for the most mistakes. You can legit just shoot these, don't even edit them, and throw them up. Don't throw up on your computer, but what I mean is upload them to YouTube. So number 2, why do map videos work? Well, about 7 years ago when I was over in Portland, Oregon, I was brand new to that market. I had moved there from North Idaho. I got into real estate and I got destroyed. I could not get a client to save my life. And at this time, I was shooting multiple videos every single day. I was shooting Instagram videos, Facebook videos. TikTok wasn't out yet, but I was doing Instagram. And I even took these videos and uploaded them to YouTube, but I never got any views. So the first principle of a map video is literally using the keyword of the city state. You want to be able to rank for that. And with these map videos getting the longest average view duration, that is telling YouTube that it is a top performing video for those keywords. That's going to not only help it rank in the top 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, it's also going to recommend that video out to anybody else who maybe searched it in the past. And that is why they work so well, because if somebody is searching about living in these cities, the one thing that you have to realize, and actually what set this whole living in method off years and years ago that I created, was when I realized people were searching cities and suburbs 10 to 15 times a month more in YouTube than Google. And what does that tell you? They want to see with their eyes what it's like to actually live in these areas. Now, the funniest part is we had a huge seminar where we invited hundreds of clients and they all joined us on a Zoom meeting for moving here to Houston, Texas. And I asked them one question, guys, what is the #1 video that you guys like the most? Overwhelmingly, now they do love our vlogs and I still think it's the most powerful video, but they also said the map videos. Every time, everybody that I talk to, they all say those map videos make it feel like they actually live in those areas, and it gives them the clearest picture of what it's like to live in those areas. Now, another reason why they work so well, again, I've mentioned this 3 times now, is because the average view durations. When you dive into a map and you really break these down and you do a good job, just like we teach our agents in our elite program, is I am teaching them, you've got to get down here in floor level. I mean, this map here allows you to actually take the guy and drop him right down on the street. So this would be entering into a major master plan community right here in Houston, Texas. And now I can kind of show the mystique about it, and I can give stories. I remember the first time I came into Cross Creek Ranch right here in Houston, and I was floored. I couldn't believe how beautiful it is. Now, the Google picture here doesn't do it justice, just how green it is, how big the trees. You have these massive archways when you come in, and check this out, guys. You're not gonna believe this. When we come right here to the end of the street, not only do you have this gorgeous, huge lake right here, if you turn to the right, this is the big community center. This actually has this massive hill. You can't see it, but they hold huge community events here. It has its own workout gym. This is a fishable lake. There's restaurants in here. There is a massive water park on the back edge. And as you can see, you've got shopping right there in the neighborhood. You even got people out enjoying their bikes. This is a spectacular area if you're thinking about moving to the Katy, Texas area. And then what I can simply do from here is just hit the escape tab and then go back to layers. I can zoom out quickly and I can move on to the next section. Now, even you sitting there, you probably were entranced and not looking at me up in the corner. You were probably watching the map. And so that is what people do. They love it. You can actually stutter your words. You can fumble things. People don't care. In fact, they like you to be a little bit more normal. But that is why they work so well. So that gets into our third point, which is what system or camera do you use to record these? This is probably one of the top questions that I get. And actually in our elite coaching program, these are the videos that we work on constantly. We break them down in everybody's cities for them. In fact, I have a very unique way of asking them questions like I'm moving there, because I've done YouTube channels in 13 different markets. I know how to shoot these videos very well. And this is the #1 thing that they ask, what is the best software? And don't overcomplicate this, guys. There's a few different ways to do this. #1 is you can simply just use Zoom. Zoom is one of the easiest programs. And when I'm traveling and I'm on the road, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably just gonna use Zoom. And you can actually create the different size of your bubble up in the corner. You can move yourself, you can draw on it. It's very, very user-friendly. The next one that's very user-friendly, and we're gonna work down the path of kind of like the easiest down to the most technical, but the way that I like to do it. Screen recording from Loom. These are some of the cleanest videos that I've ever seen. It gives you a big ability to really customize these things. Everybody who sends me Loom videos, they're always clear. You can hook up audio and camera to it just directly to your computer, or you can add external microphones and cameras, which you can do in Zoom as well. But I really like Loom videos as well. And this is, a few things that we teach our students. And then third, if you're using a MacBook, you can use Ecamm. I used this for years. Now, the reason that I liked Ecamm, it was at the time, and I think still just for Mac only, but this actually has the ability to go live. You can go live across all different platforms. So when I was going live every single week, I used this. Plus, if you even just watch any tutorial videos, the amount of customization that you can do by bringing up your name, already having preloaded maps, having preloaded B-roll and videos. If you really want to take it to the next level, this would be a platform that you could do that with. Again, Loom and some of those are adopting those, but this is super clear and it has the ability, again, to go live, which I like. The fourth one is actually what I use, and it's using a switcher, and it's something like this. This is actually an A10 Mini, so I have the ability to just press these, and I have them hooked up to different cameras. That's for like me and Joe when we're podcasting. That would hit JoJo in his chair. And then the fourth one is obviously my screen. And the beautiful part about this, it's all saved on one file. I can easily hook up more high-end cameras, and I can hook up external microphones easier. Now, again, all of those you can do. I would stick with Zoom or Loom, but this really gives us a great effect to be able to converse back and forth. And these are the new styles of videos that JoJo and I are doing. But again, if you're new to this stuff, do not start with this. Start with Zoom. Just get comfortable on camera, and from there, you can graduate up. Now, number 4 is probably the most important part. What do you say in these videos? And it's funny because I get, especially the people who are born and raised in local and area, they have no idea what to say. But first, I just want to talk about something. And I would say that this is probably the number one thing that we are coaching agents up on, because they stress so much about making a perfect video, making it look and sound correct. So we work in our elite coaching every day, not only teaching them how to do it at a high level, I do it personally in front of them in their market. So this is stuff we do every single week. And then we actually have our weekly coaching involved, to where we study your video, let you know what you did right and what you did wrong. Plus, we also offer full channel audits. So if there's some of you out there who've had a channel for a while and it's just not performing the way it used to or at all, these are things that we can go in and actually dissect your channel, look at all the data analytics, watch your retention graphs, tell you exactly what you're doing wrong and help you fix it. So I just want to mention, if you want more information on our elite coaching program or any of those channel audits, just shoot me an email, info@jacksonwilkie.com. It is very popular, very busy, but we do go through an interview process. We don't want people who just think they want to do this. Typically, we're working with, in fact, I've got a lot of agents who've been doing it for 3 to 4 years, and their channels have actually nosedived and tanked, and we're digging them out and getting them on the right path. Unfortunately, in this industry, we've been teaching this so long, we've had many knockoff programs come and not only take our program, have success, but they teach the old strategies. And this may be the campaign that you're in, where you're doing outdated strategies and nothing seems to take off. A lot has changed. So we are the most up to date, and I am the most in the weeds out of any human possible when it comes to YouTube for real estate. So if you want more info, just shoot me that email, and we will see if not only you're a fit for our program, but if we are a fit for you. So like I was going to get to, what do you actually say in these map videos? Now, I got to take you back a little bit so that you can truly understand why we do these map videos. So when I started vlogging with Jesse in Portland, we would be driving around and he is rattling off this city and this section and that little suburb and this. And I'm sitting there videoing him going, where is he even talking about? So back in the day, I used to edit all of our videos. So we would go out shooting, I would edit them, and I had no idea where he was talking about. So I simply started screenshotting the screen, and then I would search up that city and I was pointing an arrow to where he was talking. 1, it helped me learn the area, but 2, the comments and the reach outs erupted, guys. I have never seen so much positivity on a YouTube channel. People said, finally, oh my God, I love how you put those maps in there. We understand where you're talking about now. The calls and the reach outs were like, oh my gosh, guys, the maps have been the biggest life changer ever. Thank you so much. So from that point, I was like, I might as well just shoot a full map tour. So the first one I ever did was about Beaverton, Oregon, where I was living at, and I just started dissecting the areas, and I started telling stories of what I like to do in that area with my kids, where all the sporting events were. hey, if you like this, you want to live on this side, that side, what, and that's how the whole thing was birthed, and it erupted our YouTube channel. Not only views and subscribers, but that is when we went from doing only 10, 15 million a year in sales to 50 to 100 million when we understood this one concept. So I want to give you a little bit of insight on this. We're going to dive into the map of where I currently live. Now, whenever I do a map video, I want to talk about things that are relevant. See, a lot of real estate agents, we get trapped into the mindset that we need to talk about what the median home price is, where the county courthouse is, and all of the stupid things, right? Where people really want to understand is where different school districts are, right? And this is something, again, we can't steer in any way. So I always say, I can't steer you in any way, but you're probably researching the school districts in this area. And in fact, that's where we're going to start, because this road right here is Westlake, Houston. And if you live to the east of it, you're going to go to Kingwood High School. If you live to the east or west of it, you're going to go to Kingwood Park. Now, that's just for the two high schools. You have a multitude of different elementary schools, but what makes Kingwood? For me personally, I've got to start because I have 3 young kids, and the number one reason we moved here is when I zoom into this map, what you're going to understand is you have these green lines everywhere. Very unique, right? Well, what these are, it's called a green belt system. There's over 80 miles of these. When I drove through Kingwood for the first time with my wife and my kids, I was floored. There were kids everywhere going in and out of these cul-de-sacs. It was one of the coolest things that I'd ever seen because it's so safe for them. Now, if I just drop you down into here, you're going to get a very good indication of what I'm talking about. First of all, this is the back side of Kingwood. So you're going to see homes, in that kind of 1990s to maybe mid 2005-ish, 2010 at the latest. But they're big estate homes. You get a ton of area, big lot sizes and grown trees. But every single cul-de-sac as we go down here is fed by the Greenbelt Trail system. My kids use these like a major highway every single day. They ride their bikes to school. They go to the stores and get Gatorades and ice cream and whatever they want to buy. And they go to all their friends' houses. It is one of the coolest systems I've ever seen. Plus, you're going to see people in there every single day walking, exercising. And these are so like covered and engulfed in trees that it actually brings a lot of shade, which makes it nice in the hot summer months. So that is the coolest part about Kingwood that really separates it from a lot of other areas. Now, one other major thing about Kingwood is going to be right down here. You have the Clubs of Kingwood. This is 4 separate golf courses in one, 20 plus tennis courts, 8 pickleball courts, a full resort style pool, and basketball courts, and it's got a massive workout gym, and you're going to find me there. You're going to have every kind of event going on at that area, and it's a very reasonably priced membership. So those are kind of the things about Kingwood that make it so special. It is very family oriented in that regard. Again, if you're looking for more information on not only this area, but anywhere else in the Houston metro, we know it like the back of our hands, and we can help you guys move here. We don't want you moving to the wrong area. So you just heard a great little excerpt, and what I would do is actually break that down for 20, 30, 40, even 50 to 60 minutes, right? People watch them for an extended period of time. That's how we rank these videos. In fact, before I get to what to title these, I want to just take you into my channel really quick and show you a few things. We've already seen this title here ranking for multiple different keywords around Katy, Texas. And just to show you, we've been doing these every week. We actually just added them. These are something that we weren't doing. We went from 1 video a week to 2. But here's another one. This is one of the biggest, most popular master plan communities in Houston, Texas. Now, we have a lot of vlogs about it, but we shot a mapping video to it. And if you scroll on down, you're going to notice we got a lot of green bubbles. Third, second, fifth, second, third. So these are massive areas, and we just released this video, so it's going to continue to climb and climb and climb. And guess what, guys? Unlike any other video, social media, or real estate strategy, this is going to work for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and I have to do nothing but answer the phone call. Now, you might be asking yourself what to title these videos. Typically, I'm going to run a few different styles of titles. I have actually found, and you may see videos that say like living in Katy, Texas, everything you need to know. That is a title that I came up with over 5 years ago because I realized, man, These videos, these map videos, they show people everything they need to know. And I started opening the videos going, are you moving to Katy, Texas? Do you want to know everything to know about living there? Now, I didn't just randomly throw a dart at the wall. I split test everything. In fact, every week I split test 3 different thumbnails. I split test titles. I have found that these typically work the best. Now, this doesn't mean that you can just go out there, shoot a map video, title it this way, and it's gonna work. There is so many things that you have to have in there, and the micro hooks that we use constantly to keep people engaged, the calls to action at strategic points, that's how we not only get all the views and the long average view duration, but all of the reach outs, which is the most important. Again, that's what we reserve and save for our elite students. So if you want more information on that, again, it's an interview process. We don't want everybody, and we want people that actually do the work. You can see if you're a fit by emailing me there. Over 10 plus agents reach out to me weekly to see how they can actually partner with me. We do that exclusively through eXp Realty. If you're not already there, you can actually put me down as a sponsor, and then we give you all of the coaching and the courses for free. Again, we want people who are actually going to put in the work. Again, you can shoot me an email to learn about both of those right here. And if you didn't catch my last video, I actually break down a full channel audit. Guys, I don't make anything up. I only go by data analytics, not what I think works. So if you want to truly know what I'm looking at on a good YouTube channel, that video is right there. That is how to become successful.